Hi, this is Mad Jen with Mad as Heck, Moms and Dads Associated Society helping to educate conservative constitutionalists. Thanks for watching. And this is a video response to a video response from somebody who really just makes me laugh. He really does. And what I'm looking at down here is in the last video response, and by the way, I took some notes. I might read off my notes because I want to make sure I fit everything in. You know, my last video response to my last rant that had nothing to do with this guy whatsoever. His video response was like 11 minutes, so I've got about 11 minutes. But I don't like to listen to myself talk as much as Mr. Agent of Doubt does. But nonetheless, we'll get started. First of all, one of the things that Mr. Agent of Doubt did was he had to refer to some psychology degree that he had sitting behind him that's supposed to maybe bring some sort of validity to his intelligence or something like that. Well, let's go over some things. This right here is my degree from Columbus State University in the field of psychology. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, right there. And then this right here is my degree from the Logistics Leadership Center, which is equivalent to a master's degree. And then this right here is my master's degree, an additional master's degree that's an actual master's degree from Texas A&M in business administration. So because I have a bachelor's degree in psychology, now Mr. Agent of Doubt, I don't know if yours is a bachelor's degree or master's degree or what it is, but you didn't mention any other degrees. So because I also have a bachelor's degree in psychology, I know that it's pretty much a useless degree. You can't do anything in the field of psychology with a bachelor's degree in psychology, which is why I have a master's degree in business. We won't go into that story because it's not anybody's business. And you know where I keep these degrees? I keep them in a drawer in my basement. I don't put them on my wall because those things don't define me, because those things don't prove my intelligence. What proves my intelligence is what I can show from my intelligence. Because this is just a starting point that says, hey, you have a degree that might get you a job, but it doesn't tell you anything about whether or not you're a smart person. Matter of fact, because I work in a field where there are a lot of professionals, and a lot of professionals where they've been in that profession for many, many years, I've heard many of them tell me that these days they could really give a crap less about those degrees because all the people coming out of colleges these days are a bunch of arrogant fools who don't know a damn thing. They'd much prefer to find the person who's been in the company for a long while and has worked their way up, because then they can trust that maybe that person has 2 cents to roll around in their heads. But hey, that's the professionals. Don't trust them. Okay, so getting to my notes. One of the things that Agent of Doubt likes to talk about, or did talk about, was why he joined the Republican Party. Not because he agrees. Okay, my dog's back in the background puking, so please throw that out. I mean, I don't blame him. I had to listen to that Agent of Doubt thing twice in order to get all my notes down. So my dog's puking. They didn't like it either. Anyway, one of the things that he talked about was he joined the Republican Party not because he agrees with the Republican Party, but because he wants to change the Republican Party. Who the hell joins a party because you want to change it? You join a party because you believe in it, because you want to be a part of it. Whatever. That's his big... Oh, he wants to change it from the hate and bigotry. Okay. Mr. Agent of Doubt says that he has some resentment towards me because I teased him about being in love with me. It was a joke. It was to keep things light, because sometimes I just get tired of the crap. And so it's funner just to keep it light. But because of that, he has some resentment towards me. And he has some resentment towards me because at one time he thought I was a fundamentalist Christian. Why would you have resentment towards somebody just because A, they joke with you, and B, because they're a fundamentalist Christian? Could it be hatred and bigotry? Could you be a bigot because you hate Christians? Are you bigoted towards Christians? I'm an atheist. I'm not bigoted towards Christians. And about this whole secularist thing, why is it that you welcome me to the atheist community in YouTube, which, by the way, I have no desire to be a part of, but then you say, I don't act like a secularist. Well, why the hell should I? Because I am a true thinker, Mr. Agent of Doubt, and I don't really feel like I have to be a secularist. Yeah, sorry, it's a tongue twister for me. It's hard to get out. It's not ignorance, just my tongue. Ugh. So why do I have to toe the party line, or the atheist line? Just because I'm an atheist doesn't mean I have to hate I have to hate religion, or I have to hate people who are faithful. It's ridiculous. That's called not being a free thinker. I came to atheism on my own, but then I came to realize that there is value in society with religion. And I don't want to rid my world of religion because I see societies that are secular, and I don't want to go there. Because what does secularism do? It leads to resentment. It leads to bigotry towards anyone who's not secular, and it leads to doubt, which your name is Agent of Doubt, right? I don't want to be doubtful. I'm not doubtful. You talk about criticism, about that I'm going to get criticism. I can give a bleep less about your criticism. It means nothing to me. Criticism doesn't bother me. Matter of fact, it can be ignored pretty easily because I don't care to prove my intelligence to you. I'm not interested in proving anything to you. And you talk about maybe I could educate some of your followers. Well, I don't think any of your followers have any interest in being educated by me. They only have an interest in coming in and ridiculing me and trying to see how well they can make me look stupid. So I don't really care about that either. You want to take my videos, chop them up because of the fair user thing. Do it. I don't care. That's not a threat to me in any way because I'm not looking for. I don't do this for my ego, Mr. Agent of Doubt. Unlike you, apparently. You had to make sure you mentioned your little degree. I do this because I have things that I want to rant about, and it makes me feel better to get it out. Now, sometimes I may rant before I have all the facts, but most of the time I know the facts before I rant, or at least I believe I know them because, hey, I did some researching today on this school system thing, and guess what? What I was ranting about is absolutely correct. And what's really even funnier is, you mentioned India. Well, Mr. Agent of Doubt, it would be advisable that before you go mentioning things and trying to make people feel or look stupid, maybe you should do some research first. Because yes, India does have the same kind of system that I was ranting about. But you know what? The difference between America and India is the parents and the school systems push the kids so hard that's why they're all becoming smart engineers. They push math and science. We don't push math and science. We teach it along with everything else. Their school systems push math and science. And not only do they push it, failure is very poorly looked upon. It's so poorly looked upon that 16 students a day, every single day in India, an average of 16 students commit suicide over exam anxiety. And you think this is a nicer, kinder system because we're not telling kids they're stupid? Actually, what this system does is it takes the kids who do excel and who are really good at something, and it pushes their grade point down because it makes it harder for them because it's unheard of for anyone in India to get above a 90%. And so most of the kids in Indian school systems drop out. Oh, and also, if we're looking at India as a reason to as a source of all things wonderful in education, if there are so many wonderful engineers coming over here and taking our engineering jobs, which they probably are, and I actually met some, sold a whole bunch of stuff to them. It's fine with me. I'm not one of those people you talk about that apparently hates or is afraid of Indians coming over here and taking over America. I like Indians. They're good people. They're honest people. But if they're so wonderful and their system's so great, then why is it that 40% of their society lives on $1 a day? I think I'll keep our system, and I'll keep my kid alive, and I'll keep the lot more than $1 a day that I live on. Let's see. Oh, by the way, thank you for quoting me and talking to me to your friends and helping my viewership. Even if it's criticism, hey, bad PR is good PR. So I appreciate that. Keep it going. I may not respond to you because I've gotten to the point where there are so many holes in your arguments that you're not even a challenge for me, and it's kind of a waste of my time because really My whole goal in my YouTube videos is to bring up important issues, not to sit here and have a pissing contest between you and me over who's smarter and who's dumber. I'm not interested in that. If you're smarter than me, great. Society and time and our achievements will prove that. Other than that, I'm not interested in it. I'm giving you the satisfaction of one response, and after that, I'm done with you. And your little friends, too. Oh, and by the way, you say that because I'm a conservative, I obviously hate change. Well, here's a concept for you. Actually, I don't hate change. But before I accept change, I evaluate it and I learn about it, and then I make a reasoned decision on whether or not that change is a good thing or a bad thing. I don't just accept it blindly, like some people who think change is a good thing. Like change in the Republican Party to make it look more like the Democrat Party, to you, must be a good thing. But to me, it's not. I would like to keep the Republican Party as it is, the Republican Party. And now I'm over your time that you had. I could go on, actually. You gave me so much to talk about, but 11 minutes is a bit much. I didn't even want to go half that long. But you gave me a lot to talk about. So once again, thank you for the viewership. Thank you for the publicity. And if you want to keep making little videos about me, it'll just reinforce my belief that you have a crush on me and you're in love with me. But once again, remember, I'm a married woman and you can never have me. So long live the Republic.